Hello everybody, it's Marty McConnell, the Offgrid Gecko, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing today. But I just stole some honey from the bees. Checked on them and they've got the entire top boxes like totally filled with honey. I could barely lift it. I mean, it's not 100 pounds isn't that much, but you know, maneuvering around it and it's kind of clumsy. So I decided they had plenty. I was going to take a little and I went ahead and threw a honey super on. We're supposed to be going through a dearth right now, but they are getting honey from somewhere. All this lighter colored stuff at top was, I believe that's from the sumac harvest, and this darker stuff down here is whatever they're getting right now. I think they're getting some from the grasses and some from the trees. I've seen them brewing around a whole bunch of different flowers. This is a full frame, honey on both sides, all honey, nothing but honey, no brood, no nothing. I've got a colander over there set up in a bowl, and I'm basically just going to scoop this all into the colander and get me a little honey today. Alright, the sink region's a little unsteady, and I'm going to have to get this way high off the ground to do this, so I'm just going to do it here instead. Okay, then we got some honey and a scraper. Got a little spatula here. That'd probably be good enough. Getting them off of this was kind of a pain in the butt. I basically grabbed this, I had set it on the ground already, and I just put it down in front of my house. I moved it to the front of the house and then went back with some smoke, and that wasn't working, so I brushed the last few of them off. I'm going to try and do just the bottom part maybe first and then the top, because this is going to make a mess. I'm ready for it. Look at all that wax. There's a little bit of pollen down here in the bottom. They didn't clear out. I guess they were just building their honey on top of it. This is not as hard as it looks. You're literally just scraping it off. It's not really difficult at all. There's more pollen. Little monsters. And it looks like I've pretty much got it. So leave that there. A little bit of wax. Alrighty, so we got honey, a lot of honey, more than I would have expected. Actually, it's about right, about what I expected. I'm just going to go ahead and try and squish some of this down, and I may have to turn off the air conditioner just to make sure that it all goes down in there. So I'm just going to let that drain. I'm going to throw a cloth or something over the top of this so the flies don't get down in it. Not quite the smash and grab I thought it would be, but they're in there. Alright, this has been draining for a good little bit. I use paper towels when I want something to be really clean. That way it doesn't leave any little cotton fibers or nothing in there. I default to mason jars for everything. So, I've got some mason jars here, freshly clean. I'm just going to see how much honey I can put in one. In case you can't tell, this is a really messy process. Alright, there's one. I'll leave a little headspace there. Just go ahead and put that cup back in there. Get the stuff off the side as much as I can. Slap a lid on there. Slap a ring on there. We don't have to worry about normal canning procedures because it's honey, but that's a point. And voila, little 8-ounce honeys, all natural Ozark pure, a little bit of wax and pollen and all kinds of stuff, raw, unfiltered, just the way we like it, not messed with at all. I'm not trying to be too scientific about this, but I do want them filled pretty evenly. Get some more jars, see how many we can fill up. And each one of these little ones is about 1/4 of a pint, so 3 pints out of one frame. And now I can have delicious fun cleaning this up. Let me show you what the leftover cappings and wax look like. Wax, all the wax. really not enough wax to worry about too much. I'm gonna rinse it, see how much I have after rinsing with cold water, and then kind of clean everything up in here, and then I will go from there. I may melt it down today. I don't think I'm going to do a video on that. We'll wait till next year when we've got lots of wax. It takes 20 pounds of honey to make a pound of wax, I think is what they say. Number one, this was one frame. I'm not going to get invested in some whole setup, making a mess with a hot knife over one frame of honey. Secondly, the bees built all that up and they're underpowered this year. I'm not too concerned about that costing me honey in the long run. And to be perfectly honest, I don't see a reason why I would want to go through all the extra trouble removing caps and draining the thing and putting it in one of them little spinny deals. Like, this is just homemade honey, so no point letting ourselves get all out of whack about it. But anyways, that's it. If you like my channel, stay tuned for more. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It's like a little sweet taste of heaven. It's really good honey. I don't know if it's better when it's this fresh. I don't think that would have anything to do with it, but wild honey from the woods, man. I need to stop that before I put on 30 pounds.